A fresh batch of polls show Senator Bernie Sanders, IVT, starting the new year with a surge in the 2020 Democratic primary race. According to the CBS Battleground Tracker survey, Sanders finds himself in a three-way tie with former Vice President Joe Biden and South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg, each at 23% among caucus goers in Iowa. Sens. Elizabeth Warren, Mass., and Amy Klobuchar, Min, find themselves in a distant 4th and 5th places, respectively. The 538 average of Iowa surveys finds a similar scenario, with Biden slightly ahead of Sanders and Buttigieg, well within a polling margin of error. Meanwhile, in New Hampshire, the Vermont socialist leads the field with 27% support among the state's primary voters. He is closely followed by Biden at 25%, and Warren at 18%. Sanders led in CBS poll is consistent with a Real Clear Politics average of surveys showing him with a 4-point advantage in the Granite State. Sanders voters are the most enthusiastic. The CBS survey also found that Sanders supporters are, by far, the most enthusiastic of any of the Democratic candidates, an important factor in tight races. Among voters who said they intend to back him in the Iowa caucus, 67% said they were enthusiastic to support him, compared to 49% who said the same about Biden. Similarly, in New Hampshire, 65% of Sanders called themselves enthusiastic about supporting him, surpassing all other candidates, and were more certain in their voting decision. Nearly half, 47%, of Sanders' New Hampshire backers said they've definitely made up their minds, while only 15% of Biden's supporters said the same. One possible problem for Sanders in Iowa, though, is that his campaign relies more heavily on first-time caucus goers, with 36% of his supporters saying this would be their first caucus, compared to Buttigieg's 25% and Biden's 24%. This is important, as the state's unique caucus system relies heavily on organization, which may favor more experienced voters. Democrats worry Sanders cannot beat Trump. Sanders' electoral resilience is worrisome to Democrats, who prioritize beating Trump in the general election above policy and ideological considerations. As a May 2019 poll showed, 65% of Democratic voters said that taking back the White House in 2020 was their top concern. However, voters are unsure if Sanders can beat the president. Democrats in Iowa and New Hampshire alike said that Biden has a better chance of winning the general election. Additionally, half or more of the voters in both states told CBS pollsters that Sanders' policy were too progressive for winning over swing voters. The Iowa caucus is scheduled for February 3rd, followed by the New Hampshire primary on February 11th. Let's block ads. Why?